I'm over here at work. We were supposed to start planting trees today. It got pushed to Monday, which is not a bad thing because when we're not planting trees, we do a little bit of cleanup, maintenance on equipment, those type of things. It's easy money. It's not hard work. Planting the trees can be hard work, which I like it. Not only is it helping the environment, I'm contributing to the planet, but it's a good workout. I've been learning a lot about trees too. It surprises me all the stuff that comes with it and what each tree does to the environment, many other things. I've been thinking about making videos on a lot of the stuff I learned about the trees. I know there's a lot of nature people out there, and I think people would like to know this information and knowledge. So I might start doing that. This property, it was donated to the Greening of Detroit. And they're renting out some of the property over here to U of M. University of Michigan is planning a bunch of stuff. Seeing how it does. They're like also doing research on like the native plants and whatnot. It's pretty interesting. And they have this pond. Every year they have like a little speedboat race. They get the little RC boats and they whip them around this little pond. This place is massive though. It's huge. You don't realize how big this area is when you see it from the street. I used to drag race right down the street from here. All the Detroit locals, we'd all line up on a road close to Outer Drive, and we'd race until the police showed up and kicked us out. I never knew this was back here. Never would have thought. I always thought it was like a cemetery back here, but apparently I was wrong. All that property over here, you see the fence? That's the U of M is doing all their stuff. Really just trying to kill time. Getting paid to fuck around. The water has been receding. Sometimes they use this water to water all the trees in the nursery that they call over here. But sometimes they gotta fill it up. There's a fire hydrant by that shipping container, and they'll use the city water and fill it up. And you can see it's been drying up. Last time I was over here a couple weeks ago, the water was all the way up here. I really came over here to fuck with the crayfish. There's a bunch of crayfish in here. And this green shit wasn't like this last time I was here. It wasn't as apparent. I see a turtle. I see a bunch of those in here too. But the crayfish, you see a lot of them. They like to come up in this tall grass. And you'll see them clawing at the grass. See if there's one right there that just went to see me and went under the water. You can see their claws. I see a bunch of them. There's one back here. That just scared the shit out of me. I have no idea what that was. It's like a squeak. Sometimes you can see them really well, but sometimes you can't. Once you notice one though, you usually see other ones. But the water's so green and dirty though, it's hard to see today. Last time I was here, the visibility was a lot better. They're definitely out here though. I've just seen some over here. Sometimes you can take a stick and you put it in the water. And you can get underneath them and kind of pull them towards you. Check them out. I've heard crayfish are actually really good. I've never ate crayfish though. I'm not a real big seafood person. I like shrimp. I like lobster. No, I like crab legs. I don't really care for lobster. Probably because of my first experience, my stepdad gave me some lobster liver and asked me to eat it. And I ate it and almost threw up. So I haven't touched it since. I like fish, more like whitefish. I've had, I think I've had carp. I've had a few fish. My old boss used to, at Michigan Imported Cars, Scott, he would go fishing and catch a lot of fish, and he would cut it all up, fillet it, and freeze it. He used to bring in a lot of fish. I'd have like fish sandwiches and whatnot. When I start sailing, I wanna go diving and catch some fish, but I don't really know much about them and what's safe to eat or not. I'm probably gonna have to study, maybe, do research, figure out what it is edible in that area, talk to the locals and whatnot. We'll see. I'm surprised I don't see any crayfish really. Last time I was here, they were all over. There was thousands of them. So there's one right there. I just seen me or heard me. Ducked underneath. This place was crawling with them everywhere. You can see the deer prints. I've been spending a lot of time over in this area with this job. If we're not planting trees for the city around Detroit, they always send us here they tell us, oh, go do this and go do that. They usually don't take us long to do whatever it is they need us to do, and we really just fuck off until 3 o'clock. It's not a bad job. I really thought I was gonna see more crayfish, man. I'm sure they're all underneath here, but you can't see them because it's so green. I swear, last time I was here, there was hundreds of them. All these cattails, I love these things. I've always liked being by the water, growing up on Lake Erie. My dad always used to take us on the small lakes as well. Over the years, I spent a lot of time on the water. I really would like to own a small piece of property off the Great Lakes, which, I've just seen a frog. I've been looking into places. I just don't know where it is I want to go exactly yet. We'll see. I'm really just now starting to get my life back together. because of stupid situations. All that stuff takes time. Time, commitment. And you gotta learn how to prioritize. You gotta figure out what's most important and take care of those things first. Which, being at the halfway house, you're very limited. You can't go take care of 3 things in one day because you don't have the time. Or I'm riding a bike. Before, I didn't even have a bike, so having the bike helped out a lot. You can only really accomplish like 1 thing a day, if that. So I'm really working on trying to get out of there. Thinking about renting a room. I don't know if I want to though. I'd like to help someone out, but I don't need them to wake up on the wrong side of the bed and tell me, oh, well, I have this problem and this going on. You can't stay here no more. Whatever the reason may be. And then I gotta go find another place. That's another problem with relationships. I couldn't tell you how many times I've stayed with a woman, helped them pay rent, never had an issue with that, and then them find some guy or whatever it is and them decide they don't want me there no more, and then I gotta go start my life over again to find another place. That's why I had my own place, my own home. Which my family were jealous, envious of it. They didn't want to see me succeed. It blows my mind. Especially when the person I used to be, the things I used to do, when I changed and started preaching Jesus, doing the right thing, working very hard, they wanted nothing to do with me. It blew my mind because they were there and supportive when I was doing all the dumb things and all that other shit. And they were there. But now you don't want to be in my life because I preach Jesus and I want to better myself. It made no sense to me. So this is this little square fenced in area. They're trying to keep the deer out. But all these flags have different plants, different seeds and whatnot. They're trying to figure out a bunch of different things. They're studying it. You see a lot of students coming out here. A lot of college students. This place is huge, man. I'm bummed out I didn't really see any crayfish. That's why I came over here. I got to see a turtle. Crayfish are definitely there. I've seen a couple, but not like last time. This whole area right here kind of runs through the west side of Detroit. It was really run down growing up. They're just now starting to realize the potential of all the nature back here, and they're doing a lot of like grants from the government. And they're bringing the place back. They're cleaning the water. They're making trails. They're doing a lot of cool stuff now that you never seen in the 90s, 2000s when I was growing up. But there's a bunch of nature parks. It goes on for miles. It cuts through the heart of Detroit on the west side. It's crazy to me because you know it's there, but nobody ever really went through there. Like, I biked through here a lot as a kid, but you never felt safe back then. Like, I still did it and I still explored. I'm thankful to be part of it. Bringing the city back. It's given me a purpose while I'm here in Detroit, while I figure out what it is I need to do. Build my life back up, get the boat, fix it, and head out. I'm going to be sharing a lot of things that I learned. A lot of things that I already know. So that you can live this kind of lifestyle. If sailing is something that you want to do. There's a lot of people already out there doing it. They're all over YouTube. There's so many couples that I follow on YouTube and been watching them. But most of them, not all of them, but most of them, majority of them, they've had 10, 20 years to put money together and have been married and have headed out, decided they want to go out. My channel is going to be a little bit different, and I shouldn't even say my channel. I want this to be the Rogues channel. I want people to comment and talk about the planet and how to clean it and what we should do to bring it together. This is all for you. Everything that I'm committing my life to is simply to bring people together and make the world a better place. So everyone that follows, contributes, donates, comments, all of you have a say in what it is that I do next, the places I should go, all those things. If you want to be part of the channel, you have something positive to share with the world, or there's something going on in your area that you want to speak about where you believe exposure would make a difference, contact me, message me, get a hold of me. I'd love to come out and help whoever out that needs help. Usually on that pipe over there, you'll see a lot of turtles. You'll see a lot of big birds out here too, flying around. I love birds. I've owned 2 parrots. Very intelligent. Both of them were the same breed. Over a span of a decade, I owned both of them. They were double yellow-headed Amazons. One was a girl, one was a boy. The boy was already trained to do tricks and whatnot. Could open the cage. His name was Caesar. He'd tell you if the door was unlocked or locked. He'd make the phone noises. You'd always think your phone's getting a text message or plugging it in to charge. He was hilarious. He was also kind of mean sometimes. He could never be above you when you'd ask him to step up on your finger, or he would like to bite. He would have to be below you. You'd have to tower over him, and then he would submit, which is actually a very common thing with birds. The other one I had, her name was Josie. married couple owned her. Mainly the woman, which she passed away. And Josie was really attached to her. I ended up with her. I was the only guy that could go around her, and she would puff up her feathers and get excited. Any other guy that would come around her, she wouldn't get like that. But when women came around, she didn't want nothing to do with me. She would go crazy, which I nicknamed her Bobo because when she would get excited, she would rock back and forth on her stick in her cage and on top of it and go, Bobo, Bobo. She'd go nuts. She would also open the cage every night while I was sleeping, and she would walk across the floor and climb up on my couch or my bed, and she would stand right next to my head and rub her beak against my ear the whole night. That's what she did every night. So I got to the point where I didn't even lock her in a cage anymore. I just left her cage open, and the only thing that sucked though, she liked to shit sometimes on the back of the bed or the couch. That was kind of, I didn't care for that too much. But she was cool. Good bird. I don't know. I got a few things to figure out. Once I figure out those things, there'll be a lot more entertaining things going on, a lot more knowledge. I'll be able to start editing videos. I'll still have these genuine videos where I don't edit, straight from the phone, uploaded. But I'm going to be talking about serious topics and getting together with a lot of people that are making a difference, not only here in Detroit, but abroad, around the world. That's kind of another reason why I joined the Greening of Detroit, because of what it is that they do here in the city. It intrigued me, and it allows me to network with people, important people, like mayors, all different types of people, from colleges to schools to different departments, companies. We're like, right now, the Detroit Tigers, there's a tree company called Davy. They're doing a commercial right now saying if the Detroit Tigers hit a 333 run, for every home run they hit, they're going to plant a tree, which we're planting it for them. So things like that, you know, I get to meet these people and talk to these people, and I have a chance to interact with them, possibly do something. So I'm going to be working very, very hard on that. Very hard. I hope all of you have a good day. It's beautiful out. We don't have too many really nice days like this. It's going to start getting cold. Hopefully not too cold, because I'm ready to de-thaw. I'm tired of the cold. But I'm forced to be here for a while, so I don't have a choice. I'm gonna go explore. Y'all take care.